Happy April Fool's Day, everybody! How is everybody doing on a beautiful, lovely Tuesday? We are officially one day closer to the weekend, one day closer to Friday. How nice does that feel to actually know Monday's in the past? But, oh man, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous for this. And I'm also I'm really excited. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. A Positive Time with Ryan. I hope you all are ready for what I think is going to be a special series on the channel this month. As we all know, it is April. April is Autism Awareness Month. So starting right now and today, we are going to get into autism. So a little bit about me, guys. I'm 27 years old. I'm a YouTuber. I've been a YouTuber for 3 years. I actually just got to share you the news on this channel, Positive Time with Ryan. I am officially now getting paid by YouTube. So shout out to YouTube. Thank you for that. But I am autistic and all of that. So in this episode, we're just going to go into a little intro into the definition and the world of autism. Okay, so pretty much everybody has heard that word autism, and some people say it's a disability. It really is not a disability. It is a disorder, though. The definition of autism is a developmental, I cannot talk, disorder to communicate or interact. Now, let me remind you, that is not the case for every autistic person. There is 3 different kinds of autism. There is low functioning, middle functioning, and high functioning. Each level of autism is different. For an example, low functioning is people that need help with a lot of day-to-day skills. They need help tying their shoe. They need help getting dressed. They need help going to the bathroom. They need help with a lot of things. And there is nothing wrong for that, because the one thing I see about people who are really low functioning in autism is they don't judge people. They actually really don't. They may get picked on a lot. They may get bullied a lot, but they don't judge people. They don't even judge a bully that is picking on them. How nice is that of someone to do that? You know, hats off to them. But yes, guys. So, and then really and as you know, medium and high functioning autism, those people can do a lot more on their own, but still need help with a lot to day-to-day skills. So really, guys, to be autistic, you have to be diagnosed by a doctor. There are special doctors out there that that are certified to diagnose someone with either Asperger's, autism, and all that. A lot of people get tested for autism and they end up not having it. But I would recommend, if you suspect someone has autism, get them tested early. The earlier you get it diagnosed, the way better off and easier it will be for them down the road. So symptoms of autism. These are just symptoms. It doesn't mean they are autistic. Behavioral issues, developmental, I cannot talk, developmental issues, comprehension issues, psychological issues, sensitivity or tendency issues. Those are really high symptoms of someone that could be autistic. So really, behavioral issues, it's a lot of things is minor. It really could be acting out. It could be self-harm. It could be shouting at a wall. It really could. It could even be isolation, which is actually, Google did not put that on there, but that is definitely a term. And let me define the isolation. This is someone that would go to work or be at school, and they would be someone that would not talk. They would keep to themselves and all that. It's not like someone that goes home and locks himself in the room. It's not that type of isolation. But So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that later in the month of this month, I will share my journey with autism. But I want you guys to know that I want you guys to ask me the questions you want me to talk about. Nothing is off limits. Everything I am willing to talk about, whether it's sensitive to me or not. I think the more I can discuss it, the better off I can help you guys and maybe someone that you know. So. But there's a lot of friends that I have. Some of them have been on the channel. Lindsay, Paige, Delaney, just those three to name. They are all really good friends of mine. They are all very supportive of me. They actually all like me for who I am. And they like me for who I am. They accept me for who I am. That's even a bigger one. You know that the number one quote you hear in the autism community is, "It is okay to be different." Now that is true. It is not just a quote people say. It is true, and all that. But it can also relate to anybody. Okay, so I want you guys to understand, guys, that if you suspect someone is autistic, please do not tell them that. Please do not suspect that. It is not. It is up to a doctor to what's that one? To diagnose them with it. So there's a lot of doctors. If you need help diagnosing someone with autism to a doctor, you can talk to their physician about it. You can talk to a teacher, the teachers about it, the school counselor about it. They all have good recommendations for that kind of stuff. So just a little heads up. So, but yeah, that would be behavioral developmental. Now this is actually interesting in a lot of ways. High symptoms of it would be delayed speech. Delayed speech would be one, even delayed like walking or all that, maybe speech impairment. Those are really the big signs and symptoms of it. There's probably 1,000 more that I didn't even name. So yeah, comprehension. So this is someone that, like, when you tell them someone, they either have a hard time comprehending that, or they don't even understand it. And that could be a definitely big sign. That's probably one of the biggest signs of the comprehension. Psychological, now this is a lot. Psychological, people ask me, I had someone ask me, so if they're being so paranoid and delusional, no, that's not what I mean by that. Like, psychological is that they could be zoning off in class. They could literally be talking to a wall. Now, if you ever see someone doing that and you do not make fun of them, I actually, you know how kids say they have imaginary friends, right? I think we've all been through that stage where we all had imaginary friends. Well, someone that does that a lot, definitely that is a sign. It's a really, really high sign if you actually see that, like with middle school kids and all that, and they haven't been diagnosed yet. That's a red flag right there. Not a dangerous one, okay? So, but yeah, a lot of people on the spectrum have psychological issues. It's not it is a big deal, but it's also nothing to be judgmental about. So, and all that. And then sensitivity. This is a big one. So sensitivity, these are ones that they are sensitive to loud noises. They are sensitive to a fire alarm. Anything that is loud, blaring, they could be very, very, even like raising your voice could be sensitive to them. I know law enforcement, to be a cop now, this is something that has been a couple years old, but to actually be a police officer, you actually have to go through training on autism, because when you when you are talking or dealing with someone on the spectrum, you have to approach them differently than you would someone who is not. And also, I know a lot of people who are on the spectrum, and they do have trust issues. They do not trust a lot of people that wear a police uniform. And you know what? It's understandable. I've been down that road. There's times I don't trust cops when they deal with me and all that. But my experience having to deal with cops, I can share at another time. So, yeah, guys, really, sensitivity is a lot of things. Even a big one, and I didn't really know this, but someone told me it's literally sitting down. If they are not comfortable like sitting down in a chair, that could be. And I mean, everybody on the spectrum, of course, is different with the sensitivity, but a big one is the firearms. I'm just using that as an example. Alarms are really loud. I know people on the spectrum that they could blare their music in their headphones and be okay with that. And then a fire alarm goes off and they're very sensitive to that. So, it's maybe a little odd and confusing. But at the end of the day, it's just them, I mean, I guess that's something unique, very unique, but, and all of that. If you suspect someone's on the spectrum and you don't want to talk to their school counselor or their principal or the teachers about it, you can also talk to a psychologist. They have the tools and all that, a psychiatrist. Definitely get them to a physician, and the physician can recommend someone as well. So just a little info there. So yeah, guys, again, autism is not a disability. It is basically a disorder, mainly in developmental skills and communication and interaction. It does not mean that does not mean if someone is on the spectrum, they fall into that category. Autism can also be a learning. A lot of people on autism who are on the spectrum have what is called an IEP. I had an IEP. It stands for Individual Education Plan. Now, does that mean if you have autism, you don't have to take finals? Nice try. You actually do. If you literally are autistic, you still have to take a final in high school, but it would be modified in a certain way on your education plan. So IEPs are very important when it comes to the spectrum. I could talk about that at another point. So, but I think that's a good place to stop for it. That's a little intro into autism. But on the channel, on this channel throughout this month, we will be discussing autism. I will, of course, be sharing my journey and my experience. So if you have any questions you want me to discuss about my experience, feel free to put it down below in the comment. Or if you don't want to put it down in the comment and you want to reach out to me, please do that too. Just a reminder on that, everything is allowed. There's nothing off limits about that. And then if there's anything else regarding autism awareness or something you want me to dig deep in, let me know as well, and I'm more than happy to do that. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna end the video right there. I think this is a great place to end up. So welcome to Autism Awareness Month on Positive Time with Ryan, and I'll see you all right back here tomorrow as we continue Autism Awareness Month. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. I'll see you guys right back here for the next episode. Whoops.